Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Madison, Wisconsin, home of the Old Bridge Botanical Gardens. But we're here on the gridiron, folks, for some SFLm Saturday night action between the Ottawa Cavalry and the Madison Lynx. I'm Jack Brown, and joining alongside me tonight is Chad Nevels. Chad, this game is huge for Ottawa and Madison, as for everyone else in the SFLm playoff picture.
Yeah, this Week 8 game, has big playoff potential for both Madison and Ottawa and all the other teams that are in the SFLm right now. So we'll see how these Week 8 games work out.
Yeah, for Ottawa, they have about 44% chance of making it to the playoffs if they win here tonight. If they lose, that gets knocked down to just 5%.
Yeah, definitely. And as far as Madison goes, with a win here, that's an 85% chance of them making the playoffs. So they will almost have just punched their own ticket. And if they lose, they'll drop down to 45. That doesn't mean they're completely out of the hunt, but that road to the playoffs will be a little harder.
Yeah, absolutely, Chad. These two teams are going to have to rely off their running games. Madison with Charlie Bully Boletsky absolutely lighting things up this season. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, Ottawa has Kevin Say, who they're going to have to rely on in order to take them to the promised land of the playoffs. Should be an interesting game. But with all that aside, it's Week 8 action here on Twitch. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's going to be an entertaining ball game. Feel it around the 5. I'm going to be taken up past the 25. Going to mark them down at the 26. Going to be interesting. Madison starting with the ball. That means going to be Eric Price and company coming out.
Yeah, I see, Eric Price. They're probably going to start with the pass a little bit here with Madison. I'm interested to see if they actually go that way or if they're just going to go run heavy right here at the beginning.
Well, they only have Boletsky in the backfield. 3 wide to the top, 1 wide to the bottom of your screen. That's what they're going to do. Simple handoff to Boletsky as he loses 3 yards.
Yeah, that's never how you want to start off, a game like that. And as Trunk comes through the line, I think he really came untouched almost and blew that play up in the backfield.
Playing with inspiration. That's what you like to see if you're Ottawa. Going to be 2nd down, 13, empty backfield. Low snap. Finds the man on the flat. It's going to be a fumble. However, just simply rolls out of bounds. Man, the sideline saved Madison.
Yeah, that's the only thing that saved Madison there, or that might have been a, fumble recovery for 6 points on that. It was a good route ran, but when you get hit, you just got to hang on to the ball, especially when you're that big of a player.
But that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Once again, coming out of the empty backfield, Madison already playing aggressive. Snaps where it needs to be. Looking around, going to throw it down the flats, and once again, Madison playing it risky, but for Ottawa, an excellent first drive for the defense.
Yeah, this is what you want to see out of your defense at the beginning of a game. Force a quick 3 and out. On the hike of the ball there, you could see the Madison, they just stared down their receiver from the moment the ball was hiked. So Nichols was able to know where the ball was going and was there to, basically knock it up in the air into the turf.
Yeah, when you're a quarterback like Eric Price, especially at his caliber, you got to know that you got to leave yourself open to falling back on other plays. As the snap is low, but punts away. Taking around the 35 past the 40, and they're going to get it up to the 42-yard line. Scar Patterson now coming out to start this game.
Yeah, Scar Patterson is probably, in my opinion, a really actually good quarterback. So I want to see if they're going to give him the chance to prove that right here early in the game and maybe get 6 points pretty quick.
Let's see what they do here. Going to be 1 in the backfield right alongside Patterson. Snaps high, looking around the pocket. Throws is going to be caught inbounds. Gain of 3 yards.
That was good awareness by Patterson there. As you could see, hike of the ball, he looked downfield for a receiver, couldn't find one, so he checked down to his next receiver, which was on an out route, and he was able to get the ball to him and He stutter stepped on that sideline, was able to keep it in bounds.
Brings up 2nd down and 7. Split backs is what they're going to be rocking out here with. Snaps right where he needs to be. Driving back, looking around. Going to find his man, gain a few yards.
Good pass there by Scar Patterson. Personally, on a 2nd down, you kind of want to get a little closer to the sticks than that. That was mainly due to the great coverage, though, by the Madison defense to stop that short with just a few yards gained. And they're going to have to go with a pass here on this 3rd and 5.
With 2 wide to the bottom and in the I form, rather unique passing formation. Going to throw it out now to Kevin Say, and Say's not going to quite get it. 4th down and 1.
Great stand by the Madison defense there, getting them to 4th and 1. On a pass like that, though, 3rd and 5, you want to find that line to gain. You really don't want to throw any passes behind the line of scrimmage, which Ottawa did, and they just came up short on that one.
Now it's 4th and 1. They're coming out with the offense. Gonna be interesting to see if they just try to jump Madison off sides. And they're just going to simply take the timeout. Tried to force him to jump off sides. Not a terrible idea this early on in the game, but it does end up costing him a timeout.
Yeah, it's not a terrible ideal. Let's hope, that doesn't come back to haunt them later in this half. But I would have been surprised, though, that if they'd have went for it, to be honest with you, this early.
Yeah, they're trying to play it aggressive. And, if you are Ottawa, you almost have to keep it aggressive throughout the entire game. But it does bring up 4th and 1, and Loft now out to punt it away. Snaps a little low, but the kick is away. Nearly blocked by Madison. Going to take it around the 15, works to the outside. Not going to go. 1st and 10 for the Lynx.
Yeah, great coverage there, by the special teams for Ottawa. Not letting him have too many yards whatsoever. And we'll see maybe, if Price can come out here and settle down, because just like, first game of the season for a rookie, having this kind of pressure on a rookie quarterback, he's either going to rise to the occasion or he's going to fall apart.
Yeah, they try to take some chances the last drive. Going to be interesting to see what they do here. Only one receiver, that's the top of your screen, going to hand it off to Boletsky. Boletsky, they're going to say that he didn't gain anything off that run.
Yeah, I think his forward momentum was actually stopped at the line by Moore. So even with, the spin around, I think they'd already called the stop of forward momentum. And that's why they just gave it back to the line of scrimmage on that run.
2nd down and 10 for the Lynx. Deep drop back now for Price. Price going to go upfield, and that one was nearly picked off. Ottawa continuing to show that they are not a team that you want to just play around like this with.
Yeah, I don't know what Price, was trying to do there. I don't know if he thought maybe his arm was better than it is, or if he just didn't see, Wyatt or any of the other guys standing around how you could miss those 4 jerseys. But that was just an ill-advised pass, and that should have been a pass or interception. Sorry.
Yeah, but also good on Andrew Roush there to recognize the throw that was coming and able to make a play on the ball. Going to bring up 3rd and 10, low snap, throws it, caught. Are they going to give him the 1st down? No, they aren't. 4th down and inches for the Lynx. Catch was made there by Maximus Blue.
Yeah, great route run there by Maximus Blue. I thought he got across that line to gain. I'm surprised they're not going to, look at this. So, I'm not the referee. I'm not the replay booth, but I think he got that one.
Well, that is not the challenge that Madison wants to take right now, is they're going to send out the punt unit, and the kick is away. Fielded at about the 40. Going to take a little run outside, and they're not going to say he gained anything on the return.
Well, so far this game, it's already been a defensive game. I'm looking at it, I'm starting to wonder, if this is what we're going to have. Because we've had so many close games here in the minor leagues for the SFL. it looks like this is going to be which defense gives first.
And now it's going to be a short drop back for Patterson as Patterson finds Shea on the flat, but he's going to lose a yard.
Yeah, it looked like when Patterson, dropped back to throw that ball to Shea, when he threw it, it kind of brought Shea a little further back than he was, and that gave the Madison defense time to close in and stop that play behind the line. Next time, you just want to lead him just a little further down the field.
Now it's 2nd down 11 in the offset I. Deep drop for Patterson as he's going to throw it over the middle and in and out of the hands of the linebacker. That is number 50, Brandon Huber on the deflection.
Yeah, that's almost kind of like the same play that Price had the last, go around for Madison. I don't know if Scar just didn't see him standing there or what was going on, but Hubert should have had that for an interception also.
So now it's 3rd and 11. Ottawa in the split back. Going to use those. It's going to go use those halfbacks as defenders, and they're going to gain a few yards, but not enough. 4th down 7.
I agree with the pass, on a 3rd and long like that, but again, you've got to watch that line to gain. So those little out routes, the sidelines that short, just aren't going to get you there. You kind of got to go downfield a little more, and you got to get the gut to that one.
Yeah, exactly as you said there, Chad. But now they're going to have to send out the punting unit once more for Ottawa. Aiden Loft punts away, and it's a decent kick. Taken up at about the 20-yard line. Going to gain maybe a few extra yards. The one thing that can be said so far is that Ottawa is certainly in control of the field position game right now. Now, Madison, they haven't really started anything beyond their 30. Meanwhile, Ottawa, they're easily getting up past, their 35 or their 40.
Yeah, Ottawa's been able to keep Madison behind that 30 pretty much all game so far. So we'll see maybe if Madison can get going on this drive.
Simple handoff here to Boletsky as Boletsky gains 2 yards before he's tackled.
I thought Boletsky was going to, have him a good run there because he made a couple of guys miss, and then all of a sudden he just got blown up after crossing the line of scrimmage there, and he was blown up by Roush, it looked like. So, good hit by Roush to stop that play.
Yep. So now it's going to bring 2nd and 9. Madison in the empty set as Price going to take the snap, looks around, throws it down the middle of the field, and he's got a man. Going to gain the 1st down and around 7 yards additionally. Catch was made by number 17 of Madison. That is Hugh McClenny.
Yeah, great, slant right run there by McClenny. It looked like Ottawa was running like a zone defense, so McClenny was able to find that hole, and Price put it right on the money for him, and they were able to get that 1st down and actually get past the 40, I believe.
That did get them up to the 41. Madison once again coming out of the empty set. Working around the pocket. Now it's Price. He throws over the middle again. They're going to say there's a flag on the play. Don't know if he was able to catch that. Wasn't able to really see it with everything else going on around it. Going to be interesting to see what the flag is.
Flag's going to probably be pass interference, and I think he caught that.
Yep, that is what it's going to be. Going to be pass interference on the Cavalry. And the Lynx are going to decline, saying that he caught that one. Hugh McClenny was on the reception.
Great concentration by McClenny there to catch a ball while you're getting hit early. So, that just shows the skills he has as a receiver. And as for Ottawa, you just can't have those kind of, mental mistakes early in a game like this, especially in a game that you need.
Yeah, and for the first time, Madison is in the Ottawa 50. First time really this game that either team has been across midfield. And their first play across midfield is going to be a handoff to Boletsky. And Boletsky pulls some moves across the line of scrimmage and gains 5 yards.
Watching Madison on this drive, I'm starting to get the feeling that they're starting to warm up a little bit. Boletsky was able to, kind of weave his way in and out of defenders and gain 5 yards. So let's see if they continue with this run or if they're going to go with the pass that's been working most of the drive.
Well, they're going to hand it off to Beletsky once again. Beletsky just charges forward, gaining 4 yards. 3rd and 1, ball within the 40. Playbook's wide open.
Yeah, at 3rd and 1, I mean, you can go anywhere as far as your playbook goes. Another great run by Beletsky. He was able to get through that line, get into that second part of the defense, even though he got stopped a little short of the first down.
They're coming out in the split back, hand off to Beletsky, and Beletsky held behind the line, not going to get the first down. Ottawa's defense back up against the ropes, but Riley Coos is going to be able to get the tackle and send out Madison's punt unit.
Yeah, great awareness by Coos there to see that play coming and stopping it short. So that's going to cause this punt right here.
And that one was almost blocked. And it's going to take a bounce at around the 5-yard line, and they're going to mark it down at the 2. Madison, the excellent punt, now sets up Ottawa within the shadow of their own goalposts.
I mean, great special teams play there by Madison. That's what you want for your punter and your punt team, is to stop it short. But I thought he stopped it at the 1 instead of the 2, but that's where they're going to spot it, so here we go.
And now you're just trying to get yourself out of this position. Everyone crowding the box. Hand off to Say, and Say gets the outside, and he's going to gain 3 yards up to the 5, and now Ottawa has a little bit of breathing room to work with.
Yeah, I mean, good run by Say. He had some pretty good blocking right there on the edge. If they could have sealed it off a little more, I'm sure he'd have gained probably 10, maybe 15 yards more than he did. So I get the feeling, they're about to just run this ball down Madison's throat for a while.
And they're certainly in the formation to do it, and they're going to hand it off to Say once again. Say going to battle his way back up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say that he gained a yard on the run.
I think they're a little giving there on that because I thought he got stopped short personally. They sealed off that edge, but as the end blocker was pushing his guy out of the way, it looked like it may have stumbled Say a little bit, and that's where he got stopped. If he wouldn't have had to do that, he'd have been gone.
So now it's 3rd and 6. Could see Ottawa hand it off to Say again, and Say gaining 3 yards. They were able to get it out of their own end zone, able to prevent the safety, but weren't able to get the first down.
Yeah, that was a good run by Say. I don't know if I would agree with the play call right there. You need at least 6 yards while you would go with the run there, knowing where you're at, and not just go with the pass.
Snaps where it needs to be, and the kick is away. Fielded it at around the 40, going to take it up to the 36-yard line. And if you're Madison, this is perfect.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is what they want. You want to start on, that side of the 50. But as we've seen so far, this has been a defensive battle and more battle of field position. So Madison seems to be winning that right at this point, and I'm wondering if that momentum is starting to swing their way. And they should at least get 3 points out of this drive.
Yeah, no reason why they shouldn't, considering just how much their offense has been moving. And they're going to start off with a handoff to Beletsky, and Beletsky, he's going to get back to the line.
Boy, he had to run hard there as Coos came in again behind the line. I mean, that was a great play by him, but Beletsky was able to keep his feet moving and at least make it back to the line of scrimmage and not catch a loss of 1 on this play.
Yeah, Ottawa's defense so far, it has to be noted, playing a lot up close to the line. You're seeing linebackers, and you're even seeing cornerbacks making plays on the line as Madison tries to do something there, but it's not going to go anywhere. Number 26 on the deflection for Ottawa.
Yeah, Madison looked like they just tried a quick pass out there, and the safety just saw it coming, saw the receiver, worked his way over to the ball, and was able to knock it down.
Yeah, that was Mike Carroll on the deflection. Third down 10 now. It's going to be ball in 36 still. Price with a relatively low snap. Throws it over the middle, and that's going to be picked off. Taken by Ottawa, and they're going to start driving the other way.
Yeah, great play there by Roush, to pay attention to see where that play was going. Because once Price hiked the ball, as you'll see in this replay, he never once really took his eyes off of where he was going with the ball. And with a defense like Ottawa, you can't do that because they're going to tee off on where you're going to throw that ball every time. And right there, it costs Price because he's done that so many times so far this game.
But now for Scar Patterson, he gets his opportunity as his defense. They've been playing aggressive, and now it's paid off. Gonna drop back in the shotgun, throwing it over the top, and that one, had it been caught by Maximus Blue, that would have been a major gain.
Ooh, that looked like it just went through, Blue's hands and actually hit the defender standing behind him right between the numbers, and neither one of them could come up with the ball because Scar Patterson threw that one hard enough it looked like it got shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, apologies there. That was Cole Vermillion on the intended reception. Second and 10, handoff to Kevin Say as Say charges through, was nearly caught behind the line, but able to turn it into a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, great run there by Say. They sealed off that end, was able to get him 4 yards, but this Madison team has figured out how you stop Say. And I've seen a lot of people try to hit him up high, and it hadn't worked for him, but they're actually going more below the knees to take him out, and that's what they need to do.
Yeah, but you can't disregard that run there from Say. That's a real fighting spirit of a running back. They're going to throw it over the middle, and Ottawa gaining the first down and crossing midfield.
Yeah, great pass by Scar Patterson there to find that hole right between the safety and the cornerback. You couldn't ask any more, on a play like that. Gain the first down, just keep the clock rolling, keep the drive moving.
Yeah, that was Deuce Fennick on the reception there. Probably another play or two before we get to the end of the first quarter. Snaps right where it needs to be, throwing it, and that one was nearly intercepted. Playing it risky was Ottawa, but Jameson Hart comes in for the pass deflection.
Yeah, Hart just, he had the awareness of that play. That's probably something he watched, during game films this past week and just knew what the play was and where it was probably going to go, jumps the route. Probably should have, had that as an interception.
Well, that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Ball on Madison's 44. Probably going to be the last play of the quarter, seeing as they're looking at running the ball. No, they're going to pass. Throwing it. That's going to be caught, but they're going to say that he was inbounds. Catch was made by Deuce Fennick.
Yeah, great awareness there by Deuce Fennick to know where that sideline was. He drug that back foot to go ahead and make the catch, get it caught in bounds, and then step out and kind of save a little clock here in the first.
Yep, so now it's going to be clock's winding down. Let's see if they can get this snap off. Yes, they will. So now it's going to be Patterson throwing it deep over the middle. Really risky. But that is how they like to do it here in Madison, Wisconsin. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's a scoreless ball game through the first term. But don't go anywhere, folks. This game means everything for these two teams in terms of the playoffs. You're watching the SFLm on Twitch. So now it's 4th and 5. Ottawa's going to have to punt this one away. Aiden Loft set to kick it. And that one was nearly blocked. It's going to be taking a bounce at around the 10. Secondary bounce at around the 5. And that's where they're going to mark him down. Not a bad punt at all for Ottawa.
No, I mean, any punch you can get that puts your opponent behind the 10-yard line, that's a great punt. I mean, you can't ask any more from your special teams than anything like that. Let's see, how Madison comes out. I wonder if they're just going to finally get that drive that's going to break them across that goal line.
Handoff to Boletsky on the counter, and Boletsky gains a few yards before he's just blown up.
Ooh, somebody might want to take him to the concussion tent because that hurt me watching that hit come in on Boletsky. But I can't take anything away from the run he had. That was a great run, great blocking by the line to open that up for 5 yards. But that hit at the end hurt.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 6. Another handoff to Boletsky, and he's going to gain the first down, and they're going to give him another yard or two.
Great play by Madison on that one at the hike, Price turned around. He was able to kind of pause. The defense over pursued, handed it to Boletsky, and there was just nobody really there to stop him.
So that's going to once again be converting it into a first down. Madison been doing well that tonight, getting the offensive rhythm going. Going to be a throw to Boletsky here, and Boletsky not going to get anywhere near the line of scrimmage.
No, I mean, both teams have tried those little dump-offs to the halfback tonight, and it just hadn't worked. It's probably they're going to have to, as both teams, just get away from that pass. You're going to have to start going middle or maybe even deep passes. Those short ones just are not working.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a little bit more creative now with the route trees, as Price is going to drop back, and it's going to be another one of those little dump-offs, but they're going to lose another yard.
Yeah, as you see again, those little short dump-off passes, just they don't have it moving, and that's on both sides of the ball. I can't say, one way or the other that it's one team doing it more than the other.
Yeah, but that's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. Empty backfield for Madison. Throwing it over the top, and that one, his target there almost had it, Kay Marion, but she just got hit as the ball came to her by Andrew Roush, and she just dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, Marion had that first down. It looked like a guaranteed first down. Then all of a sudden, Roush just, lays the hit and knocks the ball loose. So great coverage by him, and that's going to force Madison to go ahead and punt this ball and give Ottawa a little better field position.
But once again, it's the punt formation. Pete Ellis coming out for what's basically become a routine at this point for him, as the kick's away. Fielded at midfield, and they're going to take it up to around the 47-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Ottawa.
Yeah, now it's, that momentum is switched, and Ottawa's starting to win that field position battle that you see in every game. So we'll see maybe if Scar Patterson can march his team down there to get 6 points, or if he can at least get them in the field goal range, and we can break this 0-0 tie.
Dropping back, throwing it over the top, and that one's going to be picked off. You would think that they would have the momentum going their way, Chad, but as a matter of fact, Madison and Ronnie Watson just take it right from the sky.
Yeah, great play, great tip drill there by Madison. The safety saw, that as he tipped it back to where only his teammates were, and they were there waiting for it, and this is continuing to be a battle of the defenses.
So, all too familiar for Madison. 1st and 10, 3 wide to the bottom, 1 wide to the top, man in the backfield. Hand off to Boletsky, as Boletsky's not going to gain anything.
No, Moore just come through the line, came through the gap completely untouched as Boletsky went to come around his blocker, and Moore was just there waiting on him and blows it up for a loss of 1.
So now it's 2nd and long. Coming out in the same formation, but flipped. Deep drop for Price, as Price goes over the middle, throwing it into basically what was 1v4-5 coverage, pass intended for Maximus Blue.
Yeah, it looks like Madison, I understand, they're trying to be aggressive, but they're starting to be a little too aggressive and maybe a little too cocky with these passes. throwing it into a 1 versus 4 situation, and Ottawa almost had an interception there.
3rd and 11, and they're coming out in the empty backfield. Should be very interesting to see what comes of this. Short drop. Price goes over the middle, and that's going to get thrown up into the air. Falls incomplete. 4th down and 11.
Yeah, both of these quarterbacks, seem a little hyped up tonight on these throws, because that one was thrown just so hard that as soon as the receiver put his hands on it, it just bounced right out. We're going to have to calm these two kids down, or this is going to be an interesting night.
So once again, 4th down, and Pete Ellis coming out for the all too familiar punt. Snaps right where it needs to be, and the kick is away. Fielded around the 30. He's going to take it up for maybe an extra yard or two. And now Ottawa trying to see if they can break the stalemate. Both these teams, it's not like there's been no offense at all. Quite the contrary. It's just that it seems to be there's always like 1 or 2 little mistakes when trying to go too aggressive. And that's what's really left this game at a 0-0 deadlock.
Yeah, these two teams they're being a little too aggressive at times, and it's just going to stay this way if they keep going down that road.
Simple handoff once again to Kevin Say, as Say gains 3 yards on the run.
Great run there by Say. You find that hole in the defense, you hit it, you keep your feet moving, and you're going to gain the yards if you do that as a halfback.
Yeah, and that puts Ottawa right on schedule. 3 wide with split backs. Short drop. Gets into the pocket, and they got the first down. What a great pitch and catch. Deuce Fennick once again on the reception.
Yeah, when you got a big wide receiver out there like Deuce Fennick, you can kind of high point those balls like you see there, and he's the only one that can really go up and get that. So, great play by Ottawa.
Yeah, great awareness and great just knowing what your personnel can do. Short drop. Throwing it over to the fullback, incorporating the fullback into the play calls and into the schemes, and he's going to gain a few yards on top of that.
Yeah, most people look at a fullback as, that guy, that extra blocker that you have. Most teams will utilize them that way. But you don't really see a fullback very often go out for a catch like that. And there's some unsung heroes of a football team.
Yeah, definitely. Going to be a shotgun snap, able to get the pass, 1st down, and it seems to be that Ottawa has found the ingredients for a good drive, and they're putting together the recipe.
Yeah, they need to stick with what they're doing. I get the feeling, though, they're going to try to be aggressive here in a minute, and that might come back to haunt them.
Well, the first play after you say that's going to hand off to Say, and Say gains a yard or 2 on the run.
But yeah, again, great run by Say, but even better from the Madison defense, able to stop that for only 2. So, Madison, though, their defense is starting to look like they're a little tired on this drive. You can kind of see some guys with their kind of bent over, huffing for air.
Well, that's going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Deep drop from Patterson. He's going to go forward with the ball. They're going to say he caught that. Gain of 6 yards. 3rd down and 2. Catch was made once again by Deuce Fennick.
Yeah, great play there by Deuce Fennick. He was able to, as soon as he broke his route to the outside, it seemed like the defender just lost him, which gave him plenty of room to be able to make that catch.
3rd and 2. Split back shotgun once again. Patterson throwing it over the top. They're going to get the 1st down off the throw. And a few yards more. Deuce Fennick. He has been easily the best receiver on both sides of the ball so far tonight.
Oh, yeah. So far, Deuce Fennick, is my player of the game, just the way he's playing. He's been the best receiver of the game. On that one, though, it looked like Patterson kind of let him just a little short, and he was having to reach back for it.
So now the ball is past 35. High snap. Goes towards the sideline. He's going to pick up the reception and 7 yards on top of that. Ottawa, they're continuing to just play it easy, and they're getting the yards. Ryan Roosevelt, the man on the reception.
Yeah, Ottawa's found that little, niche in the game that works for them. They're just slowly moving down the field, picking up, 5, 4 yards here and there, and then just slowly eating this clock out from under Madison this half.
Short drop from Patterson. Patterson going over the middle, and they're not going to give him the first down, but it is going to be a gain of a few. Still keeps the playbook open. That's exactly what you need.
Yeah, you want to keep the playbook open, keep the ball moving, and with that short little pass, it kind of opens the playbook a little more on a 3rd and 2. I get the feeling they may try to run it here with Shea. We'll see what happens.
Well, they are coming out in a primarily run-based formation, the offset I. That's exactly what they're going to do. Hand it off to Say towards the outside, and Say is going to pick up the first down and possibly pick up another 5 or so yards on top of it.
Yeah, great, outside run there by Say, as you're going to see here in just a second. You watch his fullback come up. His fullback locks onto the cornerback's able to seal that edge off and break Say for about another 5 yards.
And now Ottawa, in their first trip to the red zone tonight, shotgun split back 2 wide to the bottom of your screen. Short drop, going to throw it over the middle, and they're going to throw a flag out on the play. Wouldn't be surprised if it's DPI from Madison, and if that's the case, that is absolutely devastating. And that's exactly what it's going to be. DPI on the Lynx, and the Cavalry now just move ever so closer to the goal line.
Yeah, when you're this close, the goal line as a defense, you just can't have mental mistakes like that. Yeah, you may have thought you got there on time, but, he did get there just a split second too early, and he's going to catch the flag every time on that from R62.
So now it's first down, ball's at the 11, effectively first and goal. Patterson, snap is low, throwing it over, caught! Touchdown, Cavalry!
Yeah, great pass there to Deuce Finnick. He's got those long arms, so even though with the defender right there in his face trying to reach and knock the ball loose, as you see, Deuce Finnick just has the reach on him, so Star Patterson just led him just a little, and that's all it wrote to get 6 points.
Yep, so the deadlock is finally broken with 3:21 remaining in the first half. Ottawa setting themselves up in a good position, and now they're playing from the front. George Murphy now out to attempt the extra point. Kicks away, and it is good. 7-0 is the score now here in Wisconsin.
That was a great drive there by Ottawa. They just slowly worked their way downfield, gaining a few yards here and there, keeping the clock moving, keeping the drive going, and they were rewarded with 7 points.
Yeah, that's really what you need when you know that you're a team that's probably going to be outperformed in the big play department. You just got to get those little nickel and dimes. As Ottawa kicks it off, taking it around the 10 by Madison, taking up to the 25. Chad, something I just realized, if Ottawa can hold off Madison on these next couple of drives, and they head into the half still with a 7-point lead, that's huge for them as they get the ball to start the second half.
Oh, yeah. They get the ball the second half. If they can go ahead and stop Madison here, maybe throw up another 3 points and go in the locker room that way and then get the ball, that's going to be a complete change to the game.
Yes. And with the start, the handoff to Beletsky, that's going to get right back to the line, nothing more.
Yeah, Madison all of a sudden has seemed to hit like a brick wall for some reason, it seems. They can gain a few yards, they can get a few first downs, but they just can't break that barrier that's in their way to get points on the board.
So it's going to be 3 wide to the bottom. It's going to be handoff to Beletsky, and Beletsky gains about a yard or two is what they're going to say. 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, Ottawa has the number right now for this Madison run game. Madison's going to have to switch. I'm not saying go completely away from the run, but you're going to have to start throwing passes in there at some point.
So now they're going to be completely empty backfield. They're going to go aggressive. As Price, the snap is low. They're going to throw it deep over the middle. And there's a difference between playing aggressive and playing risky. That one clearly crossed that line. They were playing it risky.
Yeah, you're going to have to pull, Price over to the sideline after this. You're going to have to settle that young man down because he's starting to get just a little too antsy in the pocket, and he's making some really risky passes. And that was one of them right there.
Yeah, if anything, Price can describe himself as lucky as he's only had one interception on the night so far, as the punt unit's now off and away. Fielded at around the 35, going to take it up about a yard or two more. First down and 10 for the Cavalry.
Yeah, on that punt right there, I'm not too sure he probably shouldn't have just went ahead and called for a fair catch instead of taking the chance of, receiving the ball and then trying to make a play and losing it on a fumble.
Yeah, we got probably, this will be the last snap for the 2-minute warning. Too wide to the top with one man in the backfield. Short drop. Throws it over to Kevin Say, and Say is going to stiff arm a man, get the first down, and that's not actually going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Still 4 seconds left, and I think he was able to get a foot out of bounds.
Yeah, Kevin Say showing that he can do more than just run the ball. He's a good receiver too. And as you see right here, this is what I was going back to, trying to tackle Kevin Say high. You just can't do that. He's going to break those tackles probably 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, he's just got that upper body strength that you like to see out of a halfback, and that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Ottawa up on Madison by 7, and they're driving, looking to extend it to a 2-possession ball game. Stay tuned, folks. This is going to be interesting. You're watching the SFLm on Twitch. Ottawa now just a few jumps away from the midfield line. Handoff now to Kevin Say, and Say is going to get him right at midfield. Gain of 2.
Great play there by Say, great run, because I thought he was stopped in the backfield because there was about 3 Madison jerseys back there. Somehow he was able to spin and then kind of sidestep, and he was out of trouble. That's an amazing run.
So now it's 2nd down and 9. Ball's right at midfield. Throws it over the top, tries to play risky, and that's not going to go. Number 20 from Madison on the deflection.
Yeah, that was a risky pass there by Scar Patterson. First one we've really seen from him in a while, so I don't know if he heard footsteps from somebody or what was going on to cause him to throw that pass.
Yeah, that was John DeSantis on the deflection. Brings up 3rd down and long. No real drop. Throws it over the middle, and they're not going to say that he caught that. 4th down. Cole Vermillion, the man intended for the reception.
Oh, Vermillion, bud. You got to catch those kind of passes. That was right to you. There's, just really no excuse not to catch that for the first down.
Yeah, they tried to play it risky once again, but for Madison, kind of a blessing in disguise. They're going to get the ball back with 1:27 to spare, and they could do some damage. Kick is almost blocked, taking it around the 15, and that's where they're going to spot it, actually at the Madison 14-yard line.
Madison has shown that they can score and they can put points up. We're looking at, the championship rematch game here between these two teams. They're both good teams. They got great coaching staffs, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Madison at least get 3 points on this drive before the close of the half.
Yeah, but they got to start getting aggressive. They got to get aggressive now. Price under center, 3 wide to the top, 1 wide to the bottom. Going to start off with a handoff to Beletsky, and Beletsky gains 2 yards. Madison does have all 3 timeouts to work with, but even then, you still got to be concerned about how many downs that you have.
Yeah, I mean, this late in the game, and see, they're just sitting here letting the clock run off. I don't know, why they're not in more of a hurry offense here.
Maybe they're just not confident enough in their field position. It's going to be a deep drop, throwing it over to the sidelines. That's going to be caught, and he was able to get out of bounds. Exactly going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, I mean, great catch by Blue there to know where that sideline was. Not real sure what he thought he was doing when he got out of bounds. It looked like he just thought he was just going to continue to run half the Ottawa team over. But, again, good play by him.
So it's 3rd and 5. Empty backfield for Madison. Low snap. Throwing it. They're going to say that was picked off. Ottawa, with the interception, now pits them within Madison's 35-yard line. Wouldn't be surprised after that Leland Nichols interception. They just go with a couple runs or maybe a little bit of a throw and then just kick the field goal.
Yeah, Nichols was in the right place at the right time there. I mean, the pass was thrown. Looked like it was going to be a first down. Somehow it bounced out of the receiver's hands, and Nichols was right there in the right spot to take that ball away from Madison.
And they're going to make some pretty major adjustments at the line, both Ottawa and Madison. And Patterson is going to take the low snap, throwing it over the top, and he's got a man! Caught and taken down at the 2-yard line. Deuce Fennick utilizing the confusion on Madison's defense to his advantage.
Yeah, I mean, at the snap of the ball, as you see, Deuce Fennick just burns the secondary and was there to catch the ball. I mean, you can't ask for any better. I mean, Ottawa's probably going to take 7 points here. That'll probably close the half, and then they'll get the ball start of the second half.
Yep. Which is a little bit more time to go. 39 seconds remaining in the half. Ottawa coming out in the heavy set. Ottawa going to hand off Say to the outside. He easily waltzes in. Tack on 6 more points to the Ottawa Cavalry.
I mean, you can't ask any more from your line as a halfback there. That pulling guard seals off the end, and Say just basically hops his way and skips all the way to the end zone.
And now if you're Madison, you kind of almost have to be panicking as you're down 14. Sure, you get, and it's not what you want to do.
Yeah,
Snap
I mean, this is
low.
You want to panic, but you still got a whole second half of the ball game, even though you're down 14. It's not really time to really start panicking, but you start getting concerned at this point as the coaching staff.
Yeah, especially considering the fact that your offense hasn't been able to get a lot going. It's certainly been a struggle for them so far. And the kick is away now from Ottawa once again. Going to be fielded at around the 10-yard line by Madison, taking up past the 20, past 25. They're going to mark him down at the 28-yard line. Going to be another rather desperate series of plays here for Madison, hoping to bring it to within 11 or possibly make it even a one-score game with a touchdown.
To give you a little update on what's going on the other game here, Salt Lake City took the lead 3-0 with 2 minutes left to go in their half.
All right, thanks for that update there, Chad. Now it's 14-0 here. Price, the deep drop, going to throw the simple short route of the bunch. Gains a few yards and stops the clock.
Great awareness to get out of bounds, stop the clock, even though they do still have all 3 timeouts. They could work it down and get 3 points, but they're going to have to be some clock managing individuals on this drive.
Yeah, that was that was Maximus Blue on the reception, making it a much more manageable 2nd and 6. Oh. Hand off to Beletsky, and Beletsky is going to go right up the middle, gains the first down, and they're going to head into the hurry-up. Surprised that Madison isn't going to call one of their timeouts. They still have all 3. Clock ticks below 20. Deep drop from Price. Price going to go over to the sideline, and that's going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not real sure about the hurry up right there. I mean, when you get stopped in the middle of the field, you really, with that much time left, have to use a timeout. You want to stop the clock a lot sooner than what they did.
Yeah, because after all that, it only leaves him with 12 seconds to gain just about 59 yards, which is not impossible by any stretch of the imagination, but it's very, very difficult. And there's going to hand it off to Beletsky, possibly just take us into the half. No, they're going to try and run another play. 3rd down and 4. Let's see if they can do that. They're going to call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the clock management in this last 30 seconds has not been great on Madison's side of the ball. I get the feeling they're going to come out and try that, Hail Mary pass. We'll see how that works out. Sometimes it works for you. Sometimes you end up with a sack. So we'll see how this plays out for Madison.
Yeah, but I mean, 3 seconds remaining. You really have nothing to lose. May as well just sling it deep, and that's what they're going to do. Coming out in the Hail Mary formation. Price bides his time in the pocket, loads up the cannon and fires towards the end zone, and that's going to fall incomplete, bringing us to the half at 14-0.
I mean, when he threw that, he led his receiver too much because the only people there waiting on it were Ottawa defenders on that pass.
Yes. But after all that, it's 14-0 after 2 quarters of play. The Cavalry up on the Lynx in a must-win matchup for them in this championship game rematch.
That was a good half by Ottawa. I mean, you gain 122 yards passing, 28 yards rushing. You can't really ask for any more after the way this game started because I thought we were going to be calling the punters the players of the game.
Yeah, but still something concerning to note. Ottawa has nearly twice as many yards of total offense as Madison does. Ottawa having 150, meanwhile Madison only having 81.
I don't know. Madison's going to have to go into the halftime, and they're either going to have to settle Price down, settle their line down, or they're just going to have to throw that playbook away and come out with something just completely different coming back out on this next half.
Yeah, because it certainly seemed more so that there's just something off about the way that the Lynx's playbook was put together for this game. Price, when he's been given time to just think things through and get the pass off, he's had some good plays. I'm going to say that straight up. However, he's just not had that many opportunities to have those great plays. We'll have to see, though, if those second half adjustments are going to really make a difference. And hey, you know what? It's still a home game for the Lynx. See if they can get that hometown crowd behind them.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to come out. They're going to have to give Price more time to get the ball downfield to his receivers. But he's also, watching him this half, I kind of noticed he hadn't set his feet a lot of times to go on passes. So when he gets the time, he's going to have to set his feet to make these throws.
But no matter what, the corrections have been made. Ottawa is going to get the ball to start the second half, looking to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Madison needs to get the stop to start the second half and set the tone early. And Ottawa is going to get okay field position off the kickoff to the 25, right about where you need it to be.
Yeah, let's see if, Scar Patterson and his team can come out, march this ball down the field, and put them up 21-0, which is the way Madison's offense has been going. That might seal the game if they do it here.
So they're coming out in the offset eye. Patterson making some adjustments at the line. Going to be a simple handoff to Kevin Say, and Say blasts right up the middle, gaining the first down.
Boy, Kevin Say has seemed to have gotten stronger and stronger as this game has moved from, the first quarter to the third right now, because his runs have slowly been getting bigger and bigger, and if he keeps going this way, he's going to break a big one here pretty soon on us.
Yeah, it just seems to be that the Madison Lynx defense They've seemed to start to tire out even after the couple minutes of rest that halftime allows you. Short drop, throws over the middle, and that is caught. First down, catch was made by number 41, Sean Baker.
Yeah, you know, Sean Baker, they're a big tight end in his position. Not just tall, but weight-wise, too. He almost looks like a guard on the line coming out there to catch the ball. But this Madison's defense, they've been out on the field just a little too much today, and they're getting to that point that they're getting gassed pretty quick.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball right across midfield. Low snap. Throws it over. Going to get the catch. Not a lot of yards out of it, but still keeps the clock moving.
Yeah, I know they gained maybe 2, maybe 3 yards there, but you did what you wanted to do. You keep the drive alive. You keep the clock moving. You keep the ball moving down the field. So that's what you got to do in this game. And we'll see if they were able to continue to do that.
Yeah, catch made there by Rupert Westcloud. Bringing up 2nd down. Throwing it over now to Say, and Say's going to lose several yards. Going to make it up 3rd down and 9. Ball now on the Madison 48.
Yeah, Ottawa tried to sneak that little halfback dump-off pass there, and again, it just didn't work. Both of these defenses are too quick for that play to really work, and they're able to get in and stop those plays pretty fast.
So now it's 3rd and 9, split back shotgun for Scar Patterson. Patterson throwing it deep, and they were once again got extremely lucky. Pass intended for Deuce Fennick, but it just falls to the ground.
Yeah, Patterson did not see Ronnie standing there when he threw that ball. Ronnie kind of baited him into throwing it to Fennick, and that probably should have been an interception there for Ronnie.
But luckily enough for Scar Patterson, wasn't. And now Aiden Loft gets to have another chance to just punt this one deep and hopefully set Madison up within their own 15 or 10 again. Punts away, and it's going to be a bit of a high one. It's going to be caught at around the 15. They're going to give him an extra yard. Just, it achieved what Ottawa needed to achieve.
Yeah, Ottawa, you know, they've gotten Madison stopped, but and back here in the back, but this Madison crowd and this Madison team really haven't had much to cheer for this game. So let's see maybe if they were able to calm Price down and get his line to give him a little more time. And if they fix those 2 problems, I'm sure you're going to see Madison get back into this game pretty quick here.
Simple handoff to Boletsky, and Boletsky, he breaks the run off. He's down to 40, down to the 30. Actually, just barely crossed the 50. Sorry about that, folks. Got a little bit excited there. But Boletsky, the bullet, breaks off the run and crosses midfield.
Boy, the line opened up a hole there. Boletsky said, you know what? Y'all quit talking about, you know, Price. I'm still here. He breaks a run, breaks some tackles, and almost got Madison on the board by himself.
But alas, now it's 1st and 10. The ball's now on the 40. Hand off to Boletsky, and Boletsky tried to repeat the magic from the last run, but only gains 3 yards.
I mean, 3-yard runs are nothing to scoff at. You know, they can chew up a lot of yardage real quick if you're not careful as a defense. So, great run there by Boletsky. We'll see maybe if they go with the pass here, if they're just going to keep feeding him.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Deep drop from Price. He's going to go over the middle. Tries to force something. That one's just going to fall down to the ground.
Yeah, it looked like, you know, Price, he had plenty of time, so I don't know if he's just still so amped up about the outcome of this game and what it means for this team that he just overthrew his player or tried to force it through a little needle. He really needs to settle down.
Making some adjustments in the line is Eric Price. Deep drop. Throws to the sidelines. He's got his man. but he just wasn't able to turn up the field. That was Maximus Blue on the grab. Excellent reception. Really could have done some damage, but he just didn't turn up in time.
Yeah, he had enough time to turn up, but for some reason his momentum carried him out of bounds. Here, I don't know. I'm kind of a gambling guy, so I mean, you're at 4th and 3. I would probably go for it, but Madison's going to go ahead and try to pin him deep here.
And the kick is away. Going to take a Madison Lynx, bounce it around the 5. Down to the Ottawa 5-yard line. Great punt from Madison. And now Ottawa is going to have to bring up Kevin Say, Scar Patterson Company, and try and dig themselves out of this hole.
Yeah, now I'm wondering, if Kevin Say is coming out with the attitude, Boletsky can break a big run. I want to do it myself. So we'll see maybe if they get just a little too cocky and if Madison's able to stop them pretty deep here and maybe even force a turnover.
So they're coming out in the heavy set first off for Ottawa. Hand off to Kevin Say, and Say, he's not going to make it back to the line. 2nd down and 12. Ball's now back at the 2.
Yeah, they tried, the run with Kevin Say there, and it just didn't go the way they thought it would. They lose 2 yards, and now they're in that zone of, you got 2 yards before it's a safety. What does Madison do? I think they'll bring a nice blitz here probably.
That's exactly what we're going to do is the handoff goes to Say, and Say mitigates the damages from that last run, going to make it a 3rd and 9 on the 5.
Yeah, I thought Madison would come with just a little more of a blitz than they did. I mean, they brought a blitz, but for some reason the linebackers just didn't react quick enough, and Say was able to get out slowly from that shadow of the end zone.
And they're going to once again hand off to Say. Say is not going to get the first down. Not even going to get close to it. Ball on the 6. Ottawa, I wouldn't consider that necessarily a failure, as you didn't get the safety, but that's nowhere near a success either.
No, it's what I would call it is a successful failure, to be honest with you. So they didn't get the first down, but they also didn't get a safety.
But now for Madison, it's perfect field position. Ball on the Ottawa 31. Just 31 yards before Madison can score. Make this a ball game.
Yeah, we're going to see Price and the Madison offense come out again. Honestly, I don't know what they need to do at this point. I mean, it looks like they've tried everything under the sun to get this offense moving, and it's just momentum has not been with them tonight.
So now it's 1st down and 10 for the Lynx. Only one man in the backfield. Deep drop for Price. Price throws it over to Boletsky, and Boletsky only gains about 2 or 3 yards from the throw.
Yeah, that kind of looked almost like a moving screen pass there. I mean, it gained him a few yards. Maybe that's what Price needs to do, is go for a little shorter pass, get his confidence up, because, I mean, he only has 58 yards passing this game.
58 yards as of now. Empty backfield. They're going all out on aggressiveness now. Throws it over the middle, and that was right to a pack of Ottawa defenders. So they're going to say he caught that 1st down and goal, Lynx.
I mean, great catch there by Maximus Blue. As you see, like, he fit that into probably one of the smallest holes you'll see in this Ottawa defense. It was an ill-advised throw, but it worked out in his favor.
Yeah, Maximus Blue on the reception. That reminds me of one of those old quotes from Star Wars. Never tell me the odds. Now it's 1st and goal, ball on the 10. Playbook may as well be wide open. Deep drop from Merrick Price. Throwing it over the middle, and they were lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Yeah, Price again trying to show that arm, and he threw it right to an Ottawa defender. I mean, it hit the defender right between the numbers.
So now it's 2nd and goal. Price, after that risky throw, looking to hopefully get something going. Hand off to Boletsky. Boletsky finds the hole up the middle, makes it a 3rd and goal on Ottawa's 3-yard line. Preferably Probably a touchdown, but I think if I was Madison, no matter what, I'd be fine with no matter how this drive ends up, touchdown or field goal.
Yeah, I mean, you would prefer the touchdown here, but 3 points would at least get you on the board, and that's kind of what you need for a confidence booster.
Yep, they're coming out in the shotgun split back, and they're going to throw it over the top, and they're going to say he caught that. Touchdown, Madison Lynx.
Yeah, great play there by Marion, able to hang on to the ball because as soon as the ball hit his hands, he got lit up. And great play, great scores. So that's made this a ball game again for us.
Yeah, K. Marion, on the same day that Vanderbilt makes history with the first girl to play in Power 5 football, K. Marion just proves women can already be stars of football here in the SFL. Snaps a little bit low, but the kick is away, and it's going to be through Joseph Bumgardner, making his first PAT of the night. And now that this is officially back within a ball game, and another thing to note, that drive, despite only being 31 yards, that drained a lot of clock. We're already down to only 4.5 minutes remaining in the third.
Yeah, I mean, I know Madison got on the board there, but like you said, that drained a lot of clock, and they really need to watch that because they don't want to stick themselves in a situation to where they come down with less than a minute when they need the time.
Yeah, it's Cole Vermillion takes it up to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for Ottawa. You almost have to be kind of rattled after that last couple of drives, not able to get out of the shadow of your end zone, and having that result in a touchdown would be kind of interesting. I'd be interested to see what Ottawa comes out with in this impending drive.
It's probably going to be a run, most likely, from Ottawa. Sage had a decent night here.
Well, they're actually going to throw it over the middle, and they're going to say that he caught that. What a grab from Ryan Roosevelt. Oftentimes playing second fiddle to Deuce Fennick, but right there he goes out there and he says, "Move me up to the first seat there, band director."
Wow, Roosevelt just basically stole an INT from Madison there, getting his hands right in front of the defenders and just picking the ball out of the air, catching that first down that Ottawa needed.
Low snap for Patterson, moving up in the pocket, throws it over, nearly intercepted. Extremely risky play. They were fortunate that didn't end any worse.
Yeah, Patterson, takes the snap, looks downfield, doesn't see anybody open. All of a sudden, that pocket starts to collapse, so he kind of scrambles and throws on the run, and it was just, too short to get to the receiver and kind of landed right in front of the defensive player.
Hand off simply now to Say, not going to gain anything. 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, they hand it off to Say. Say goes to go through the hole, and Watson all of a sudden closes that hole off like slamming a door in his face and just stop that right at the line of scrimmage.
Under center now once again is going to be Scar Patterson. It's Patterson taking the short drop, throws it over the middle, and he's going to get the first down. Catch was made by the wide receiver, Cole Vermillion.
Great catch there by Vermillion. He had the linebacker's hand pretty much in his face, and he was able to just kind of shake that off, felt the ball hit his hands, brought it in, gained enough for the first down, and keeps this drive alive.
So Scar Patterson now coming out under center. Hand off to Say, and Say gets a few yards. It's a simple dive up the middle. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
2-yard run to start another 1st and 10. Excuse me, sorry tonight. That's going to kind of open about the middle part of your playbook up. You can either go with the pass, which what it looks like they're going to do, or you can continue with the run game here.
Yeah, empty back field is exactly what they're going to be doing here. Patterson throws it over the middle. That just bounces off the helmet of the Lynx defender. And kind of surprised that didn't end up as an interception in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I don't think the Lynx defender knew the ball was coming in his direction until it drilled him literally right in the back of the helmet.
So now it's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Shotgun split back is the formation. Deep drop, throw, and it's going to be caught. They're not going to say they got the first down. He was right at the line. Could have simply turned for it, but Ryan Roosevelt not quite able to capitalize.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ottawa challenged this because, I mean, it looked like he was either standing on the line or maybe just a little past it, but it looks like they're going to go for the field goal here instead of trying to challenge that spot of the ball.
Yeah, going for, if I'm not mistaken, this would be a 52-yarder. Would definitely make it one of the longest field goal attempts in SFL history. They're going to fake it! The fake field goal! Try to do the old stand up and run, you know, kind of like the Tony Romo look. And, well, that went about as well as when Tony Romo did it.
Yeah, I was going to say that looked like a Tony Romo play there. You know, he stands up, tries to take off, and then just gets swallowed up in the backfield.
Yeah, that was Artie Archuleta, the backup, trying to pull some heroics. But the fake field goal doesn't do, and Madison now gets another line cast their way. Deep drop for Price is going to be thrown right on the flats once again to Beletsky, and Beletsky only going to gain a yard.
Oh, he actually threw it to Kimbrell. Amazing.
Wow, the fullback.
Yeah, but you got on those types of passes, you can't have that to where your backs stop in the backfield. On that type of pass, you got to lead them so they have that momentum going forward.
Gonna be a handoff to Beletsky. Now it's Beletsky making some moves. Once he got some space, gonna take it up now to the 48-yard line. 3rd down and 1.
Great run, great eyes by Beletsky because as he comes through the line, he sees the defender coming. The defender dives to tackle him, and he just stutter stepped enough to cause the defender to move and make this a 3rd and 1.
Simple. Once again, it's going to be the handoff. Tried to pull the counter, but the counter doesn't go. 4th down and 1 for Madison.
It's getting, late in the 3rd quarter. This might be where Madison might try to go for it, or if they're going to learn their lesson from Ottawa's, fake field goal. Let's see if they can pin them, maybe behind the 5-yard line.
Yeah, they're coming out in the punt formation, but as we just saw, special teams, not exactly to be trusted 100% of the time. Snap is a little bit off center, but the kick is away and it's done pretty well. Feel it around the 11, going to take it up for another 8 or so yards. And there's probably enough time for one snap for the 4th quarter.
Let's see. I'm thinking as an Ottawa coach, maybe go for the run in this quarter, move on to the 4th with the lead.
That's exactly what they're going to do. Handoff to Say. Say gets to the outside, and Say not going to pick up the 1st down, but that will wind out the clock. Get your 4s up in chat, folks. It's 14-7. This game is nowhere near over yet. I mean, hey, we've seen some weird things already. A fake field goal attempt. Let's see if Madison can come back and win this. You're watching the SFLm on Twitch. Brings up 2nd down and inches. Ottawa in the split back. Simple handoff now to Say, and Say charges forward, and they're going to give him the 1st down.
Yeah, great run there by Say. He was able to get across the line before that forward momentum was stopped. So you can't ask anymore. You get those couple of inches you needed, keep the drive moving, maybe eat some time off this clock.
Yeah, I mean, they were able to eat off just about 25 seconds from a run of just a couple of yards. Deep drop from Price, and Price tries to throw it out to Deuce Fennick, but Fennick just runs into the Madison sideline before he could have had control of the ball.
I'm not sure he didn't have control of the ball and dragged that foot in bounds. We'll see. Maybe, nobody's challenged any call tonight, so I'm not expecting this one to get looked at, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, I think when it's only a one-possession ball game and this early on in the fourth, you kind of want to hold on to your timeouts just in case something crazy happens. Short drop back from Say, and Say tries to do the same play again, and same play, same results.
Well, what they say, third time's a charm. It didn't work the first 2 times. We'll see if they go back to it. Maybe it'll work this time. Or if they're going to maybe throw it towards the middle of the field.
Gonna be shotgun split back, deep drop, throws it over. That's gonna be caught, and they're gonna just run across the first down line. What an excellent pitch and catch there for Ottawa. Catch is made by Ryan Roosevelt.
That's what I said. Those out routes, third time's a charm. They throw it. What I'm amazed at, though, is Roosevelt basically went across the first down marker, dragging 3 Madison links with him. Literally, one was on his back. I mean, great run, great strength there by their receiver.
Let's go.
So now with the ball in their own 45, they got a lot of room to work with, and they're doing a good job at draining the clock. Short drop from Patterson. Patterson throws it over the middle. That's going to be caught. Gain of around 9 yards, but it's going to bring up 2nd and inches. Catch is made by Rupert Westcloud.
Great catch there by Westcloud. He found that hole, and great play by Scar Patterson. Saw the pocket collapse, moved up and out of danger, and was able to complete the pass.
Short drop back, and it's going to be another throw and another first down over the middle. Ryan Roosevelt on that grab.
Yeah, I'm not sure Ryan Roosevelt was the intended target on that one. It looked like he kind of cut his route a little short, but he was there for the catch, so it really doesn't matter how you move the ball down the field. Just move it down the field, and they've drained over a minute so far.
Short drop once again from Scar Patterson as Patterson goes over the middle. It's going to be picked off. But wait a minute, folks. There's a flag on the play. Might be DPI.
Yeah, I think this is going to get negated by pass interference.
Yep. And that's exactly what it's going to be. And so the Cavalry except hold on to the ball. Kind of got lucky that Madison got a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah. You can hear the coach with a big sigh of relief right there from Ottawa, because Madison, got a little aggressive, caused the pass interference, but had they not done that, we'd be looking at the ball going the other way.
Short drop once again, thrown, going to be caught, gain of about a yard or 2.
Ottawa went back to that halfback dump that, hadn't really worked out for them tonight. But I understand what they're doing with it. They're just trying to drain time off the clock. We're down to 8:13, and they've still got about 25 or 28 yards to go, so they can drain a lot more time here.
Never mind, also, they have 2, maybe 3 more plays, even if they don't get the first down. So that's a lot of time gone. The handoffs to Shea, and Shea gets to the outside, gaining 4 yards, making it a 3rd and 4.
Madison's been able to stop Say with the inside runs kind of up the middle, but they're going to have to figure out how to stop these outside runs that he's got going, because that's where he's been eating up his yards on them tonight. So we'll see if they continue with the outside runs.
3rd and 4, gonna be a short drop, thrown, caught. No, he got out of bounds, and they're gonna say that he didn't get the first down. Deuce Fennick almost had it, but now Ottawa is looking to send out the field goal unit.
I don't know if Deuce Finnick thought, that he was across the line or that maybe he tried to reach the ball across the line, but he literally was a yard short, so I don't know what happened there or if he just got confused.
Yeah, because he didn't have any pressure on him either, so it's not like, he had a lot of time to make it, but still, nevertheless, George Murphy now out to attempt the field goal. Snap is right where it needs to be. Kick is away, and it is through for 3. The 36-yard field goal from George Murphy. Now going to put up the Cavalry by 10 points. And Madison, they got to start playing aggressive, and they got to start playing good offensive football.
Yeah, they're going to have to get aggressive, but they're going to have to be smart about getting aggressive because this is now a 2-score game. So you don't want to take too much time off on this drive, but you want to get points out of it too.
Yeah, 2 scores, and Ottawa has shown that they are willing to drain the clock for all it's worth. As the kick is away, fielded at around the 10, going to take it past the 20, 25, up to the 28-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Lynx.
So let's see. I'm hoping that, Price can come out and he doesn't have that rookie quarterback syndrome he has seemed to have all night. Maybe he can settle himself down here and have almost like a Peyton Manning type fourth quarter comeback, or maybe even look like Tom Brady.
But now it's 1st down and 10, and if he wants to start that, he has to start now. Hand off to Beletsky to start off the drive. Going to gain 4 yards.
Ottawa's got to be careful here, though, and not just worry about, Price. They got to worry about Beletsky because he's already shown once that he can break big runs, and that he gets the chance, he'll put that ball in the end zone.
But now that brings up 2nd down and 6. Very deep drop for Eric Price, and only a gain of 3. A lot of moving backward for not a lot of moving forward.
Yeah, he dropped back about 5 yards on that one to only gain just a few yards. I mean, the time wasted there and then the yards gained they really don't compute out with each other.
Yeah, but Kay Marion, she got the reception, and once again, showing that she knows what's up, able to make the catch in traffic. Very deep drop now from Price as he's going to throw it deep, and it's not going to compute, not going to go. 4th and 3, and Ellis takes the field once again.
Oh, I thought that Madison had that on just a deflection before the ball hit the ground. Oh, try to go deep, tried to be aggressive, but threw it into a host of Ottawa defenders. And that seems to be, the problem with the offense tonight on their passing. There's always seemed to be Ottawa players right there with them.
Snap is right in the center. Gonna be punted away. Fair caught at around the 27-yard line. Ottawa now setting up shop, and at this point, the main aim of the game for them is just drain the clock.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the Madison defense has got to be tired. But there's still enough time that they could hopefully get a quick stop here, get the ball back to the offense, get some points on the board. I mean, there's still enough time that Madison could come back into this game.
Snaps where it needs to be, thrown over. Going to be a completion for a gain of 5. Ryan Roosevelt on the grab, and they're going to say that he was inbounds as well.
Roosevelt slowly starting to become that number 1 receiver this half. I mean, he's been the favorite target so far for Ottawa in the second half of this ball game.
Yeah, and he's been effective too. If at the minor league level, there's no real number 1, number 2 dynamics. Just if you can make those plays, you're going to become number 1 eventually. As Kevin Say takes the ball across the 1st down line, going to take it up to the 40.
Yeah, this is what Madison can't do. They can't give up these 1st downs and hope to get back into this game. Their defense was just sealed off on that play. Say gets the 1st down. The clock continues to run. And Ottawa looks like that's what they're going to do, is run the ball as much as possible and burn these 5 minutes left.
So 1st and 10, dropping back to throw. Takes a safe throw to Kevin Say. And Say moves the ball up the field a little bit, and it's going to be 2nd down and 7.
Great halfback dump off pass there that, they finally got a real good one to work, but it got, it caused an out of bounds play, which stopped the clock, which actually works in Madison's favor, not what Ottawa wanted. So we'll see maybe if Madison can take advantage of this.
So under center once again. Handoff now to Say, and Say gets swallowed up at the line. 3rd and 6, but that still keeps the clock moving.
It keeps the clock moving, but it is what Madison needed to do. Maybe they're going to have to stop this, what's probably going to be a pass play, which they hadn't been really able to do so far this second half.
Going to be a handoff once again to Kevin Say, and Say gaining 2 yards on the run. Didn't get the first down, but they're still going to drain a lot of clock. Only leave Madison with about 3.5 minutes to score twice.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes is it doesn't seem like a lot of time, but in football, it can be an eternity. But Madison's going to have to, calm that quarterback down and make some very smart but very aggressive plays to get back into this game.
Yeah, never mind that on top of that, Chad, Madison still has all 3 timeouts to work with. Neither team has called a single timeout this half.
That is very true.
As the punt's away, going to be taken up at the 20, gain 2 yards, and Madison 3 minutes, 33 seconds with 3 timeouts. And unfortunately, they're not down by 3 to complete the joke.
I'm surprised, though, that neither team has taken a timeout so far this half. This has kind of been a fast-paced football game the second half. It's almost like both teams just want to leave it where it is and get out of the way.
Yeah, it's going to be... However, it's going to be an empty set for Madison. They're clearly still playing to win. And deep drop, thrown, caught, and going to run into the hurry-up. Rather interesting, not something that you see a lot from the Lynx, especially considering the fact they have all 3 timeouts. Price moving up in the pocket, gains the first down. No, that was dropped. Deflection was made there by Sean Moore, the linebacker.
Yeah, when you come across that middle as a receiver, that linebacker's there waiting on you, and Moore did what he had to do. He laid enough of a hit to separate the ball and the receiver.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Absolutely crucial that Madison converts this 3rd down. Throws it. That was short of the line. And the receiver, number 86, just simply drops it.
I don't know if he got excited and tried to run before he caught the ball, or if his concentration, he just lost it. But when you need a first down like that and you're that wide open, you cannot drop those passes.
Yeah, and unsurprisingly, Madison, they know the stakes, so they're just going to go for it. Empty field for them. Low snap. Tries to force the ball in. They're not going to give it to him. Turnover on downs. Ottawa gets the ball back.
Wow, I thought, Marion had the first down there, but maybe she did get stopped short. Looking at it, she got stopped short. Great, hit there by the safety coming in to keep her just on this side of the first down marker.
Yeah, came Marion. She's one of the best receivers in SFLm this year. Unfortunately, not able to convert at that time. So now it's going to be a little over 3 minutes remaining, and Madison still has all 3 timeouts to work with. Handoff to Kevin Say. Only gains about a yard or 2.
Yeah, Ottawa right now, I don't think they're really worried about how many yards they gain on the runs. I mean, I know they're going to want the first downs, but they're just going to try to bleed this clock out. And at some point, Madison's going to have to start taking these timeouts to save as much clock as possible.
Yeah, that is, unless, of course, Ottawa gets some points in this drive, in which case, if you're Madison, you might just turn to playing for pride mode. Simple handoff now to Kevin Say to the outside. It's Kevin Say not going to gain anything, not going to lose anything either. But that play might just take us to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, I'm surprised, like I said, that Madison hadn't taken a timeout yet because you're fixing to hit the 2-minute warning. And it's 3rd and 8, so if they run another play, you'll probably have about a minute and a half left.
Yeah, assuming you take neither of your timeouts. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning, folks. Ottawa is up on Madison by 10, but Madison, they've proven before that they are a last 2-minute team. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching the SFLm on Twitch. Third and 8, and Ottawa coming out in what is a traditionally pass-heavy formation, the shotgun split back. And that's what they're going to do. Scar Patterson throws it over the middle, and he gets the first down, and Madison forced to call the first of their 3 timeouts.
Yeah, Ottawa did what they had to do there, get the first down and start making Madison, eat up these timeouts. It's going to be hard now for Madison, to come back into this ball game, but they have proven that they can come back in 2 minutes.
So now just a minute 56 remaining. I form is what Ottawa's going to come out in. Going to be another simple handoff to Kevin Say, and Say gains 2 yards, forces Madison to burn a second timeout.
Yeah, Ottawa's, they're now on that part of the field that even if they get stopped on a, 3 and out, they'll be able to probably kick a field goal, add 3 more points to this, and that may seal the deal.
Minute 52 remaining now. 2nd and 8. Gonna be another handoff to Kevin Say, and Say gets the block, spins around, first down, and that may as well be ball game.
Yeah, that may have just sealed this game. Great run there by Say, but somehow they kept him out of the end zone. I don't know how they did it, but once this first snap of the ball happens, that's pretty much going to seal the deal here.
Yeah. 1st and 10, ball on the 10, and Ottawa comes out in victory formation knowing their season is saved, at least for another week. And the first kneel down is complete, and Chad, this game was basically Ottawa's season was riding on it. They had just a 5% chance of making it in had they failed to lose this game. But since they won, they now have a 45% chance of making it in.
Yeah, they've kept their playoff hopes alive with this one. This isn't a death knell for Madison either. They only dropped to like a 45% chance. So both teams are going to be right there to where they're going to have to fight for their playoff lives.
Yeah, also just another score update coming in out of Utah. Tacoma and Salt Lake tied at 14. 5 minutes remaining in that game. It's going to be a very interesting one as now the clock dips below a minute. Madison here, again, as you said, not exactly a death sentence, but definitely not what you want to see. As if they had won this game, it would have been basically a lock for them.
Yeah, it would have been a lock for them, and it was pretty much a lock for Albuquerque today too. They came out of their game of winners. That's a 98% chance. Madison would have had 86. You would have been looking at 2 of the teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, and as things are standing here, after yet another kneel down next week, Ottawa plays host to the River Runners, who just lost to the Tacoma Grizzlies. Meanwhile, Madison travels out to Salt Lake City to play against the Rustlers. Basically, that group of games right there, those 4 teams I listed, those are the 4 who are fighting for those playoff spots. You're basically going to have a 16 playoff in the SFLm this year.
Yeah, if Salt Lake pulls this out, then Madison's going to have to travel there. So the winner of that game will probably decide who is one of the teams in the playoffs next week.
Couldn't agree with you more, but that brings us to the end of this game here in Madison. Ottawa able to keep their season alive with a massive win over the Lynx, and really, although the score is only 10 points, it was clear Ottawa had control from the start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, Ottawa played their hearts out. They controlled this game from the very first kickoff. Player of the game-wise, though, I'm going to go ahead. It's hard to choose, but I'm going to say Deuce Fennick's probably going to get it.
Yeah, Deuce Fennick had himself a really good ball game today. But, you know, just a couple of things to highlight from both of these two teams, you know, kind of the lessons to take away. Madison, for Eric Price in particular, he has to calm down going into these last couple of weeks because the games aren't going to get easier and the stakes aren't going to lower themselves anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, next week's game is going to be a hard game for Madison because Salt Lake, they're not a pushover team, even though they are a new team to the SFLm. And then Ottawa, I mean, they're not going to have an easy game either. So we'll see how this plays out the next week. Be the deciding factor for everybody.
And now, as we wait for the Player of the Game awards, it's going to be handed over to Kevin Say, the halfback for Ottawa. Put the team on his back, and he was able to carry them to the victory.
Congratulations to Kevin Say. He deserves it. He had a great game himself.
Yeah, and with that in mind, thank you for tuning in to this epic SFLm action. Ottawa comes out on top of Madison. I've been Jack Brown alongside Chad Nevels. We say so long and have a great Saturday night.